Got the jams flowing. What is going on? Unblinded movements. Welcome to our Unblinded Huddle, the number one place to start your day with a daily dose of integrity-based human influence. My name's Fernando, and today is Thankful Thursday. And for all of you tuning in, it's always important to reinforce, what are we doing here? What we're doing here is creating fun, simple, magical, micro distinctions and frictionlessness that free exponential abundance in your money, time, and magic. And every day has a tone, every day has an energy, and every day we are here together. And in gratitude, and on Thankful Thursday, I'm thankful for you. And if I can step into a conversation, I'm also thankful for truth. When I say I'm thankful for you, those are not words, those are reality. I'm thankful for you because of the truth you bring, the unblinding, the integrity, the action, the results, the movement, the accountability, the motivation, inspiration, fun. That's what we're building here together. And if we didn't have each other, I don't think it'd be as much fun. And I'm thankful for today, a conversation I had yesterday, and I won't share names for the sake of privacy, even though I believe he wouldn't mind. And he's like, Fernando, I got to share something with you. And I feel a little uncomfortable doing it. And I said, brother, please, share. What's on your heart? What are you feeling? And he goes, we used to communicate a lot more. We haven't communicated in the last 2 months. And I've noticed sometimes on the huddle, you would see my name on the chat and you would intentionally skip over me and not acknowledge me. And I remember this was last night. And I remember sitting in that, sitting in my heart, not in my head, not in my ego, going, damn, there's someone in the world that feels that way. And the truth was, and we both agreed, it was not intentional. It wasn't I woke up and said, I'm not going to call X. I want nothing to do with X. I see X's name. I'm going to make sure I jump over X. None of that was true. And still, his feelings are valid. And I was so grateful that we had created a space that he was vulnerable enough to share that. Because how often, and this morning, Dimple was doing an amazing job on the Master Your Student call. And Ron Brooks was discussing about, little things turning into big things. And little things are like bricks. And these are words of Ron, not mine. I love them. I want to use them. I want to use them with my girlfriend in my relationships. It is bricks. And when you have 1 or 2 or 3 bricks, you could walk over and kick the wall. As long as there's no cement and you have nice shoes, let's not get into semantics. Point being, when you let a lot of bricks come together, it builds a wall. And a wall is a lot more difficult to break through. And I was so grateful and thankful for this individual for sharing the truth. Because let's create something, even though it's already here, let's continue to recreate flag in the ground. Everyone here has a commitment to growth. We have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. Everyone here. And if you're working from fixed to growth, congratulations, I honor you. I know what that looks like. I've been there. I had a fixed mindset. And there's some individuals that will never leave that. My dad, I love my dad. My dad's a beautiful soul. But oh my God, to get that man to think or say something differently is a mission. With all the influence in the world, it is a mission. And all of you here are growth-minded. And I'm so grateful. This culture is growth-minded. It is about coachability. It is about being open, vulnerable, stepping into our indispensable elements, loving everyone unconditionally with boundaries. And boundaries can mean no. I love you and no. I want you to win, have all the money, time, and magic in the world, and I don't want you to sit at my table. All those things are okay, as long as there's agreement, communication, etc. And that's a different conversation for a different day. So now I step in and I ask you, everyone in the movement, what are you thankful for today? I want to say your names. I want to acknowledge you in the group. I want to acknowledge your action. So please take a second right now, whether you're on your phone, whether you're on your laptop, and drop it in the chat. Are you thankful for your kids, for rain, for grass, water, energy, for light? Some people didn't have light. Light is awesome. Who's thankful for light, for power? Who's thankful for water, for love, for relationships, for marriage, for boyfriends, girlfriends, uncles, cousins, dads, moms? Who's thankful for their background? What are we thankful for? Knowledge, wisdom, legacy, fulfillment, contribution. What are we thankful for today on Thankful Thursday? Every single opportunity that you have to share on these huddles is an opportunity for you to share your heroic, unique identity. some individuals like seem a certain way. Like, you know, I'll use Elle because I love Elle. Like, I remember when we met Elle Anderson, she's like, you know, people think I'm like rough and mean. And Hala, you know, says the same thing. And I'm like, that's weird because I don't receive you at all that way. I think you are impressive. I think you're funny. I think you're weird and silly. And I think you have beautiful Zeus energy. So everyone shows up a different way. And on these huddles, when we ask these questions, it's a beautiful opportunity for you to share another glimpse, a geometric view of your identity. So as I drop into the chat, let's see what we got popping. As Mr. Callaghan said the other day, was popping in the chat. And let's see here. We have Joe Hagan with power, Patricia for simple joy, Jay Levine is thankful for air conditioning. Yes. Orlando de los Santos, I'm thankful for being alive today, being able to be present, being able to have a growth mindset. Tish is thankful for knowledge. Ruth is thankful for working arms and legs. That is a beautiful thing to be thankful for, Ruth. Thank you for that reminder. Jason Sipple is thankful for growth. We have Mary, thankful for feeling good. That's so awesome. Vaughn, thankful for our indispensable elements. Dimple, thankful for the contrast of life. Ed Green, thankful for my growth mindset. Tish, thankful for growth. Ken, thankful for an operational septic system. Whoa, true facts. I don't want to go to an outhouse today. A septic system is something that I had not thought about, and I am super thankful for that. Thank you, Ken. Ina, background in children. Ruth, my support system. Amy, endless opportunity. Michelle Wilson, I'm thankful for my breath this morning, my children, family, friends. Brian Ripple, opportunity, growth, health, energy. Beth, thankful to know my experience is a story of my fear is a story that I can change. This is what's in the movement. If I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. There's so much going on in the chat. I love this energy. Kate is thankful for this country. And this is why we're here. We come together as elite superheroes, not elite athletes. I know Sean is constantly talking about athletes, and we are. We're elite superheroes. What if we are more like our superheroes than we realize? And like, on that, like, what's your superhero? My favorite superhero is Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if you know who that is. I actually have a little caricature of him. He is like my go-to guy. Sean's is Batman. Like, Sean is Batman. Fernando is Goku. I love Goku because of how he stood for humanity, his integrity. He always stood for people. He was always on the side of good, righteousness, integrity, light. And that's someone that I can look into as an inspiration, at least a spiritual one, because Goku's not real, but Batman is. So Sean, I hear you in the background. Are you here with us?
Yes. So who are you looking at and comparing to Batman? Thank you and good morning and happy Thankful Thursday, folks.
I would never make the mistake of comparing anyone to Batman. What I was saying is that Goku, your Batman is my Goku. Do you know who Goku is?
I do not. This is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, on The Real Raw. We go from the most unbelievably systemic issues to talking about like this. But I guess the guy from Barstool Sports just interviewed Donald Trump. So yeah, like this is what it looks like. So
That's awesome. So Goku is like the main, I guess, protagonist, the main superhero in a cartoon known as Dragon Ball Z. And I remember going to school, coming home to Toonami on Cartoon Network. It was a brand new channel, and seeing like the entire season of Dragon Ball Z, never missing an episode, being in my little chair, sipping my Capri Sun, and like saying one day, like, I'm going to be like this guy. And fun fact, I actually bought a caricature of Goku as my fitness inspiration because the dude has like a six-pack on his chin. At least that's what my nephew said. And Goku is like my version of your Batman.
Well, that is awesome. So here's to 6 packs on chins on Thankful Thursday. And Guillermo Dr. G from the Lions there's a fast running for my Lion brethren going on today, which I am definitely not participating in, as they are in the amazing keto diet. So I am thankful today that I am not fasting, but honoring the fasting of those fine folks and my great friends. So Dr. G, congratulations on inspiring all those fine folks to be doing that. And yes, it is Thankful Thursday. And what are you present and thankful for today? Just quick, like most basic thing. Let's look at like basic gratitude. I'm super grateful that I have my hearing. I'm like wildly grateful that I have my hearing. It is something that serves me so incredibly well. And with the absence of my vision, there are people that have eye conditions, and some people with retinitis pigmentosa, my condition, have a certain portion of it that actually takes your hearing, is what I think it's called Usher syndrome. So today I am immensely grateful that while I have my decreases in vision, that I have my hearing. And by the way, I'm also super grateful that I have some wide peripheral. So I'm still able on the street that's outside. If I kind of go real slow lap one and really scan peripherally, I'm able to jog outside still by myself. And I'm really grateful for that. So that's what I'm grateful for today. Taking it to its most basic, it fills my heart. I have immense gratitude. And what are you grateful for? And how much are you able to associate to it? Because I didn't just say those words. Like I'm actually, there's a power. Like what if we can connect with our heart and our soul inside of us in our gratitude? Because gratitude is truly, so we have Thankful Thursday, the antidote to anxiety and stress. It's the antidote to frustration and anger. It's the antidote to resentment. It's the antidote to so many of the deepest pains that we have. When we're not able to say, like, hey, I'm thankful for, and like be disconnected, it starts there. But it's when we can drive deeper inside of ourselves and really feel it in a conditioning level. Like I really am grateful for my hearing. Like I really am. Like what are you really grateful for? That's that simple and basic. And how much are you able to associate to it? And what are some other things that you could be grateful for that are just present? Like the ability to breathe, the ability to walk or run. Like how many people can't walk or run? And truly feel like breathe into it and ground ourselves. And now there's like a scaling of this, or there's a dynamic to this, because for achiever folks, it's like, I don't want to, like, there's a reflexive element of us that could feel that if we're this grateful, that it might lead to our satiation, like our just being satisfied too easily with too much that's simple. And that's not the case at all. Because I believe it's from a place of emotional abundance, of fun, of magic, of gratitude, of love, and a little bit of fire. Yeah, like some fire for sure. But like having that abundance of energy, that abundance of gratitude that, yeah, we can tap into in a more upped, urgent, like huge way, but it's truly resonating on a heart and soulful way, our gratitude. And for those, again, we talked about it yesterday, for those that are challenged by pain, challenged by maybe some economic circumstances, and we've been in Corona, and people have to lay people off, and restaurants have closed, and other businesses are affected enormously. Maybe some of your businesses have benefited hugely from Corona. Some have it's been a give and take, and for some, there's been a real challenge. We still sit in a space of gratitude for our creativity, for the formula, for our ability to accelerate and go forward, right? And I'm present to the fact that you may be waking up in some real economic stress and some overwhelm, frustration, fear, right? There could be charges, conditioning from your childhood that like economic stress equals like death for some people, like feels like death. It's like worse than death for some people. There's some people that really feel that way. They'd rather not be here than face economic harm and challenge, right? And these are all, dynamics of suboptimal conditioning. But I get that you could be waking up to a suboptimal conditioning charge that's very real. And what I'm sharing with you is gratitude is the simplest antidote. And the other thing I'm super grateful for is the ability to understand the power, the simplicity of how we use our body. And you hear me say, like, in our influence, our communication, be in our body, you will feel, there's a great experiment in this, that I first heard in the Tony Robbins world, I've seen replicated in many other places, where if you look at the ceiling and stare up and smile, like look at the ceiling, stare up and smile, and continue breathing deeply, continue to look up at the ceiling and smiling, that you can't be unhappy. You have to physiologically do things. Now, the challenge to physiologically do things to become unhappy. The challenge for most people, though, in a dynamic like that, is when we're feeling some level of stress, overwhelm, stuckness, we won't get up and do it. We won't get up and do the 50 jumping jacks. We won't get up and do, our push-ups or our body weight squats. We won't engage our core. We won't, yell, jump, move something, like engage our body. We won't do the things to shift us out of it. So in this Thankful Thursday, I'm offering the opportunity, right? Presenting your choice, take it or leave it, right? And then ask yourself the utility of taking it or leaving it. How does it serve you or not, right? To take this into you. If you can condition yourself, what if you could condition yourself that every time you feel stress, you give yourself a very limited window to feel and experience it. And then you are conditioned to move into a space of physiological shift, right? Of some sort. And I gave you some specifics: body weight squats, jumping jacks, something, push-ups, plank, something, body weight, like squat hold, something that releases endorphins into your body. Like you literally feel like you're taking a pill, but a healthy pill, of endorphins being released into your body, and then stepping to a space of real conditioned gratitude. And in 4 minutes, 3 minutes, you'll be back in a place where you can be wildly in zone action and enjoying it and loving it. And the difference, this is in self-mastery, obviously, now we're talking, right? The difference for people who will do that versus not, and the quantity and the quality of their zone action cannot possibly be overstated. So yeah, like it could be this simple in terms of your self-mastery that could change everything in your life if you commit to do what we just said. And everybody's got challenges coming up. I'm going to have a 7-day. We at Unblind have a 7-day challenge coming up, and it's going to be an influence, process, and self-mastery. And it's going to be super real. And we're going to turn that 7-day into a 30-day and a 60-day challenge to shift everybody's conditioning into working within the formula. And if that's what happens for you, the freedom of your money, time, and magic will become preposterous. We're not there yet. We're going to have a virtual event coming up. We're going to have a lead up to it with the challenge and all those different elements. But if this is the last time we ever communicate, you've just gotten a multi-million-dollar offer of a gift. You don't have to accept it. If you simply condition yourself every time you're feeling stressed to do something for a week. We didn't start yet, but you could just start on your own. You don't have to formally start with everybody. To condition yourself to do something to release endorphins and do an exercise in gratitude, the capacity you will have throughout your day to not be in distraction, to not be in inaction, suboptimal, non-zone action, will be beyond anything you've ever remotely thought possible. Because for all of us, there's different things that put us in that place. For some people, it's like a person didn't get back to us. A person didn't say what they were going to do. We found out that, our cash flow is not where we thought it would be. We got in a fight with our significant other. Something happened with our kids. Like for all of us, it's those or any number of things that completely disrupt our time blocking, completely throw off our zone action. And there's ways to get right back on. And the final, giveaway I'll have for today, and I'll check in with Fernando and we'll wrap. The final takeaway is this. What if you could have, and I've said these words before, but I'm going to offer it to you as like a call to action. What if you could observe your overwhelm, your suboptimal emotions, your overwhelm, your feeling of not enough, your feeling of exhaustion, your feeling of despair, anger, resentment, whatever your cocktail of emotional choice is, and you can condition yourself to observe them as cute. Be like, oh, there you are. I literally did this yesterday because I've begun to condition this into me. Like I just thought of it one day. I think I said on the Huddle, kind of in flow, I'm like, yeah, like that's amazing. Like you could say it's cute. Like, so what if you're like, oh, there you are. There you are. So cute. Like just like a baby who's wailing and crying is cute because there's no intentionality around it. right? There's nothing they're trying to do wrong, but it could be like, not feel wonderful. Or if a toddler is picking up a knife and like, oh, you're like, oh my God, like, oh no, we can't play with that. Like, right. But you could say, oh, how cute that was. Like, we could reframe anything as simple and cute. And when I'm offering you the opportunity, and for those of you that respond better, challenging you, like everybody responds different. Some people want a challenge. Some people it's an offer. Some people it's like, it's got to be their idea. Whatever it is for you, it's a challenge. It's an offer. It's a what if you're challenged to, it's an offer that you can have those non-resourceful, suboptimal emotional states of yours that you could just reflexively condition them in as, oh, there you are. It's cute. Oh, I'm not enough. Oh my God, this is never going to work. There you are, you cute thought. Oh, I want to quit. There you are, cute thought. Oh, I'm going to get off my time blocking because I'm going to rather just watch TV for a while, in my house, or call my friend and commiserate and find out like what's bad in their life to feel better in my life. Oh, there you are, you cute suboptimal emotional thought behavior, and reflexively do it. Observe it as cute. Say, hey, I got to get myself physiologically with some endorphins kicked in, quick gratitude exercise. And that's what I'm offering you, challenging you, what-ifing you with all of these as something you can shift into. Fernando, what say you, brother?
What say I is that I love these huddles. Thank you for a rock star of a beginning of a thankful Thursday. I am in like depth in like thought in my mind and just so many. And I remember when I started creating my why, it was like a paragraph long, and now it's 2 words, rewriting humanity. And one of the things that I am very actively like rewiring in my mind, and my apologies for the noise as I'm taking a stroll here around town, I'm currently rewiring what fear of failure and fear of rejection, what those mean to me. And there's been many like breakthroughs, like changing my primary question from, am I doing the right thing? Is this worth my time? To how can I continue to add gratitude to the opportunity in front of me now, and other different distinctions. And one that became really apparent to me as I was going through my gratitude list with Martha last night was, I'm just grateful for what I'm doing. I'm grateful for what I'm doing. And like a beautiful anchor on top of that, in a beautiful, conversation with you, all healthy and beautiful, was, Fernando, if you weren't doing this, what else would you be doing? I thought about that. And the answer is, I could not imagine a world where I'm not doing what I'm doing here, removing all titles and things, like names and blind, the whole nine. The fact that the beautiful impact that we're having on humanity, I would not trade for the world. So when fear of failure, fear of rejection comes in, when those thoughts like, is this the right thing? Is this the right time, etc. It's a beautiful space to step into. There would be no other thing. In the past, there would be like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. That's no longer present. So being able to anchor on, what else would I be doing? I would be doing this. And then focusing on optimizing what this is such a beautiful freedom and a rewiring to fear of failure and fear of rejection. And I share all that, not like, hey, everyone, like, this is incredible, look at Fernando. It is like the conversations of influence in self-mastery, because this is something I've been working on for a long time, and I'm definitely going to continue doing it. Yesterday, I failed. I felt overwhelmed. I had tons of fear, and like I had opportunity to shift, and I did, but it still showed up. And as life continues, this is what that conversation of influence in self-mastery sounds like. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah, amen, brother. And for all of us, that's just what it is. And we're also solving for, at Unblinded here, the dynamic of people wanting to be able to do more, participate more, have more. Because we always said this is not a platform of a speaker. There's a platform of creating thousands and tens of thousands of people to be those leaders, those influencers of influencers and leaders of leaders. That's what it is. The real raw is the actual point to it. If you're not dialed into what that means and looks like, come on a Real Raw, talk to us about running your own Real Raw. That is experiential marketing, paid to market, hierarchical primacy, and is truly, truly the thing that I am most proud of that I've created in this space, other than formula, in 23 years. And that is going to be insanely how we collectively become people that co-create simple, fun, and magical micro distinctions and frictionlessness that free exponential abundance in people's money, time, and magic, and truly manifest what Fernando was saying to be influencers of influencers, influencers influencing influencers, leaders influencing leaders, right? To merge ecosystems for 1 + 1 = 1 trillion relationships to make the world an even greater place. I am thankful. It is Thankful Thursday, and I'm praying my daughter Emma, who had her test today and said, don't tell anybody, right? Had her driver's test. I'm going with all will go well, and she's going to pass. But don't say anything to Emma. We'll let you know tomorrow that everything went amazingly well. She is 17. Storm pushed it off for 2 days, but today is the day. Love you all. Thankful Thursday. Have a beautiful and incredible day.